Incoming transmission.
Hi, my name is James Willis. I have been cast as the lead role of Captain Alexander McKnight in the Star Trek web series known as the Lexington Adventures. Before I begin answering the questions, I thought I'd tell you a little bit about myself. I am currently living in Junction City, Kansas, but I am originally from Wisconsin. I grew up there and I'm a diehard Packer fan, and I also follow the Wisconsin Badgers and the Milwaukee Brewers, the baseball team. Now, in Junction City, Kansas, I work at a meat processing plant. I have 2 cats that live with me. I have 5 children, 4 girls and a boy. I also have 3 grandchildren by my oldest daughter. I thought the script for Bellamy and Turnus was a very good, action-packed, strong Star Trek style script. I enjoyed reading it very much, and the more I read, the more I thought, I want to do this. And I just can't wait to see my co-stars. I can't wait to get into the filming part of it, because I always have a lot of fun doing the fan films. The script itself is a very good action-packed Star Trek style script, and I am really, really looking forward to doing this. My impression of the script, or of the whole story, is extremely well written. As I said before, I really couldn't think of anything better to say about it. I would strongly urge anyone who's seen this that when the web series comes out, that they definitely take a look at it. And I think you'll enjoy it just as much as I have enjoyed reading it and getting to know the character of Alexander McKnight. I was drawn to the character of Alexander McKnight because I seem to sense a lot of me in him. He's a man out of place with his time. Well, that's not me, but he's a man from the 80s. I grew up during the 70s and the 80s, so I can relate to him quite a bit. So I saw a lot of me in him. And I also I grew up with the style of music that he grew up with. I've known a lot of the things that he would know, so I can really, really relate to the character, and I think I can do it justice. Well, I can relate to Alex real well because since I grew up in the 70s, I went to high school in the 70s, I graduated in 1977. I was in the Navy from during the early 80s. And so with him having gone to the Air Force Academy, I understand a lot about his character. So actually relating to Alex McKnight is kind of like being myself, which is cool because it's not going to take me too much to get into the character. And so that's, it's almost me, is what I'm trying to say. I really look forward to this. I plan on approaching the character of Alexander McKnight as if I were doing a play or a movie about myself. I'm just going to let a lot of myself, my traits and everything go through the character of Alex. And as I said before, after reading the script, my first thought about the character was, this is me, or a lot of it anyway. And so that's how I'm going to play it. I'm going to approach playing the character as if I were doing myself, or as if just being myself. I mean, how natural can that be? How fortunate it would be to be able to do something like that. It's just play myself in a movie. What I like best about Alex McKnight is the fact that he's not afraid to call them as he sees them. He's not afraid to tell somebody what he's thinking, even if it gets him in trouble. And from what I understand of the character, yeah, his willingness to speak his mind does tend to get him into trouble sometimes. And so, also, I like the fact that he is, as a character, very devoted to family and friends. And that's how I feel about my family and friends, is they are the most important things in my life, especially my children and, of course, now my grandchildren. In fact, I was even able to get my granddaughter into a fan film with me. And she and I were able to do a scene together. And that's how important it is. That's one of the traits about Alex McKnight that I like a lot, is his devotion to family and friends, and his willingness and determination to get the job done. I think I see Alex growing as a character where he's not going to be satisfied with just command of a starship. I think I can see him being in command, although maybe reluctantly, of a fleet of starships. As far as being an admiral, I don't know. He was one once, and I think he definitely has the capability to be one again. But I see him being cautious about going that route again. I think he's more comfortable in the center seat, like James Kirk was, or even Picard. And I see him evolving to the point where, you know, he's going to have children. He and his wife will be having children, I'm sure. And he's going to be maybe a little bit more cautious about going out and galloping around the galaxy. But neither is he going to shy away from that, because he's very duty-bound, he's very loyal, and I think that he'll do the best that he possibly can for the Federation and Starfleet. I got involved with the Lexington adventures through this guy right here, Vance Major. I've been in a number of his fan films, and he came up to me at work at one time. I have the fortune of working with him too. He came up to me at work one time and asked me if I could consider being part of a web series that he was involved in. So I asked him about it, and and he told me a little bit about the role, and as it turns out, it was Alex McKnight, of course. And I said, yeah, I'd be interested in it, but I'd like to see the script first. And when I saw the script and I read through it, after he put me in contact with Joey, I thought, this is pretty good. And so as I got more into the backstory of Alex McKnight, I thought, yeah, I think I want to do this. And that's how I got involved with Lexington Adventure. I am looking forward to seeing a lot of fun and interesting things come out of all this. I've seen a few more of the scripts that Joey has written up for the series, and as I read through them, I thought, yeah, I really, really want to be involved with this and be a part of the storytelling, which is kind of funny in a way, because when I was going through school, I was actually terrified to get up and do show and tell. But now here I am getting involved in a Star Trek web series. I think I've pretty much answered this already, but to go a little bit further, what drew me to be part of all this was the people involved in this. I decided if they were anything like Vance was, then I definitely wanted to be a part in it, because I've always had fun doing Vance's films. It's always been fun. Yeah, he'll say, yeah, it'll be real quick, 20 minutes and we'll be out of there. Yeah, it's more like 2 hours because we're having so much fun. We forget how time flies, and that's what I want. That's what I want to be part of. So, yeah, the thought of having more fun of the same as I've had in Vance's films, yeah, that's what drew me to be part of this production. First of all, let me say that I prefer the word Trekker. I just do. But what wanted me to be a part of Star Trek, what made me want to be a part of Star Trek, was the philosophy, the optimism, and the stories. I was a kid about 9, 10 years old when it first came out. No, more like 8 when it first came out, and so it stuck with me. I first saw that the Enterprise glide across the screen, and I was so totally fascinated by it. But especially the philosophy of the IDIC, infinite diversity and infinite combinations. It's so cool, if I can use that word, to be thinking that, you know, they've got so much optimism in this in Star Trek. They got so much saying, hey, everybody is equal and all that, and I really, really like that. And to me, Star Trek is not just Captain Kirk, Mr. Spock, Ben Sisko, Janeway, or anything like that. To me, it's the stories that they tell, the stories of hope and optimism, and yeah, things can be bad for a little bit, but eventually good will win out, and everything will go on, will progress, will advance, and to me that's so exciting. I got involved in Star Trek fan films through this guy right here. I worked with him, and he came up to me one time. We happened to be talking about Star Trek, and he asked me how big a Star Trek fan am I. So I told him, I've got the complete series, original series on DVD and Blu-ray. I have 2 more of the Star Trek series on DVD, Enterprise and the animated series. I've got all the movies, and now including, you know, Beyond. And so we just started talking, and he said, well, how would you like to participate in making a film? I said, yeah, hey, that'd be cool. Because I've been thinking about it for a while. I thought it'd be kind of nice to be part of that. And so he gave me a chance. The first film that I was involved in with Vance's was The Mind's Eye. And when I saw what he had done with it, or what had been done with it, I thought, hey, this is cool. And Vance likes to say that he's a no-budget production, and yeah, he literally is, because it's all done on our free time. We don't have a lot of equipment to do it with, but yet we get the job done. And like I said before, it's a lot of fun. And so I thought, hey, that'd be cool. And then he asked me to do it again, and I said, yeah, immediately, because it's always so much fun filming with Vance. And even if it is at dark 30 in the morning. This right here is a screen cap from one of Vance's films that's in production yet. The name is Silver State, And yeah, I have a lot of fun doing it. Even when at O Dark 30 out in the middle of nowhere. No matter what, just because Vance asked me to do it, I said, sure, let's do it. And so that's how I got involved in fan films. I would love to do other things too in fan films because the people that you meet are great. They all get together, they're all from different backgrounds, and we can all work together. It's truly an embodiment of the IDIC philosophy from Vulcan. What I would like to see from future Star Trek or even other fan films is more of Vance's kind of stuff where he concentrates on the story, he has a thing to say, and it's always good. And I'm sure there are other people out there. I've seen a map where there's tons of people doing Star Trek films, tons of people doing fan films, things like that. People telling their stories. I really like that. That's what I would like to see more of in fan films, is people telling stories, not necessarily dark stories, but just expressing themselves openly, freely, and hopefully with a dash of fun in it too. So that's what I would like to see from fan films. The advice that I would give anybody thinking about going into fan films is don't worry about getting it right the first time. Nobody ever does. And just relax, have fun, tell your story, but just mostly, if you're wanting to do it, I would highly advise at least trying it once, because you'll find yourself having a lot of fun, enjoying yourself, and you may not necessarily go to exotic locations. For instance, I live maybe a half mile from where a lot of Vance Major does his films, and where he does a lot of his films and stuff, and it's great. Just concentrate on having fun, in telling your story, and just, mostly relax, because you're doing something cool, you're doing something great, and so I would advise, mostly, once again, just relax and have fun.